Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Time to go, night.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Scott. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
25.
Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Seahawks 7, Dolphins 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Dolphins take over.
Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Scarborough. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Stills the intended target. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. And shedding through the tackle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Boston Scott, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes in the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
At the 4-yard line.
Rosen here down around his own goal line. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant. What do you got?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Cooper's got it. That one goes for 24 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mike, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen.
Rosen sacked.
Talking about.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt.
The Seahawks take over
We got
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hey, 0-0.
On 1st down, it's Scott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, alert, alert. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Right.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coach. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Good track, good track.
Bring out, bam, bam.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's get it.
Mike.
Mike. Watch the run.
I'll go special.
Truck. Number 53. Mike, 53.
From the 27, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Rip right.
Still got 4 down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 53's the Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Scott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got him.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, check Mike.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Big hold to the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check. Fresno.
final play of the half here. It's Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he finds Stills, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Scarborough. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Rosen eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Drake. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On third down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
We own it. We own it.
Rosen on first and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. They run. This is Scarborough, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24.
Alert, alert, alert. Routine spill. Quarter.
3, Mike 3. Combo. I got you.
Hey, wahoo.
0, Mike 3. Coming to you. Coming. Mike.
Here's Rosen to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth.
Check 3. Single. Slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Throwing on second and 8. Rosen. And he's got his man on the out route. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Monday.
Rosen to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be taken very short. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. He goes 86 yards on the kick return. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 22, Rosen. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rosen now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Check it out, read. Shift.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Double time. 4 down. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen buying time to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third down, Rosen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch tight end.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Touchdown, Miami.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Scott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big play there for the Dolphins. 36 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Rosen. And he can't
think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Middle.
Now it's Rosen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go again with Scott. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go, team. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Alert.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep, and now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. Scott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game.